All right, everyone, back for another crop report here from Darke County, Ohio. It is Wednesday evening, May 27th. This is one of the first fields of corn that was planted here. Let's have a look. Looks pretty good. So since my last crop report, they have got some corn side dressed. I was not home to help do that. But last week we've had 3 inches of rain and we just got another 1.3 today here. So we do have some standing water in fields. Now the water has went down quite a bit since this morning, but I had things to do and I couldn't get out here. But I'm gonna pop the drone up here, show you a pond in this field, and there's a lot of ponds around the county right now. This part of the field doesn't look too bad. You can see some standing water there. It's very saturated, but I'm going to fly over by these trees here. That spot is just a little bit lower, and there's some standing water over here that is very noticeable, but the corn is above it, so this water should go down here in the next day or two, and I imagine this corn will be just fine. I've talked about this in other videos, but this field right here was soybeans last year. We ran the high-speed disc over this field last fall and planted right into it this spring. So I'm going to head down the road here to a field I worked. We're going to check it out. Then I'll be close to some soybean fields. We'll have a look at those as well. All right, here's a field that I ran the field cultivator in the spring, and then it was planted about a day or two after that, but looks just as good as the other field here. Not too much ponding here, but there's a waterway or a creek down that way, so that could have some. But anyways, just thought I'd have a look here. That wheat there is another farm's, but it looks pretty good, and I would believe wheat harvest is probably going to be a little bit on the early side this year if I had to guess. All right, we'll have a look at some soybeans here. So this field was corn last year. High-speed disc was ran over it last fall, and soybeans were planted right into it in the spring. So we got a little bit of water right there. That was probably a little bit higher this morning, but anyways, got my crop scouting vehicle over here, and we're right next to a creek here, a drainage creek or whatever you want to call it, and the water's definitely higher than normal, and you can see that field tile is drain tile's running pretty good there. Anyways, with all the rain we've had, there's definitely going to be some replanting. Of course, guys knew that a week ago with the 3 inches we had last week. It's just been too wet to get in and do that. So the forecast actually looks pretty good after today. Looks like the next 7 to 10 days could be no rain with temperatures in the 70s, so things are really going to take off and start growing now, and we'll be able to finish up side dressing. There are some guys that still have to plant. There's fields that are not planted around here, but like I said, there'll definitely be some replant. So let's go check out another field and see what things look like. Right, here is another soybean field I just pulled in. So see a little bit of water there, but that's a low spot. And I'm going to pop the drone up here because this field goes about a half a mile. Then the next field also belongs to the same farm, but that is corn, and that field has some low spots, probably has some ponding in it. So we'll check it out.
Take off.
All right, well, this video has now continued into Thursday because I did not get around to all the fields last night, but we're going to have a look here at a field of winter wheat that was planted obviously last fall, but you can see it's all headed out good and should be a decent crop. All right, now I'll end the video with the first field of soybeans that was planted this year. Again, corn last year, high-speed disc was ran over it in the fall, and then it was planted right into soybeans in the spring here. Let's have a look. And that's going to do it for this crop report video. I'll try to get another one here in the next 10 days to 2 weeks. Anyways, that's going to do it for now. But first, before we end this video, if I really want this video to be successful, it's got to have a couple things in it besides just a crop report. So how about a white 285 tractor with a white 4-bottom moldboard plow and a Heston stack hand. All right, so if you would, please go down there, hit that like button, feel free to leave a comment. If you're new to my channel, I would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button and check back often. I am always filming, editing, and uploading new content. And you can also follow me along on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Farmhand Mike. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.